Hello, folks. Following Aviatic's Ansaldo Balilla aircraft and Marian Felda lorry kits, which are now collector's items, and 6 years in design and planning, the Pfalz D.VIII is out of the hangar and ready for takeoff. Well, actually, it's been out of the hangar, and it did take off a few months ago, but I finally pulled the trigger 9 days ago and ordered a kit from Richard Andrews, the principal, guiding light, founder, creator of Aviattic, and the kit arrived a few hours ago. So what are we looking at here? Well, we've got beautiful, beautiful box art from Juanita Franze, I believe did the box art. And it shows the Pfalz D.VIII soaring up to intercept some British bombers. It's a 1/32 scale, highly detailed multimedia kit, limited edition. And none of that is an exaggeration. It is indeed highly detailed, and it is limited edition. So, what came in the box? Well, I already took the cover off, so because I'm working with no tripod here, and so here's what came in the box. And we will start with these assembly instructions, which are actually just a gorgeous, gorgeous manual, and you'll see why in just a moment. So here is this beautiful, beautiful full color assembly instructions manual that was put together by the team for the Pfalz D.VIII. You can see here a listing of the photo etch and a partial list of the 3D printed resin parts, history of the Pfalz D.VII and D.VIII, which were related aircraft designed in very early 1918 and part of the fighter evaluation tests that took place in January and February that year. A limited number of the aircraft were produced. Only a handful of them made it to the front lines, to a couple of Yastas. It's indeed a sleek-looking little aircraft, as you will see. I think that Aviattic and Richard made a brilliant choice to do something that you just wouldn't find anywhere else. And I had been introduced to Aviattic because of the superb decals and aftermarket parts, mostly resin, but additions, accessories that are available for Great War aircraft, and knew them to be first rate, just absolutely wonderful. I only hesitated about buying this kit, not because I didn't think it would be a disappointment. It was just like, how many scales or steps over my pay grade is this kit going to be? Well, we'll deal with that over time. In a summation of the history, the brief history of the Pfalz D.VII and D.VIII, with very limited combat experience, Richard writes, "War, as always, moved on apace and technology moved with it. The sleek, attractive D.VIII has been relegated to World War I aviation history's also-rans. That probably and certainly is true for the prototype. It is absolutely not true for this model kit. It is not an also-ran." And as you page through, or as I page through the manual, you can see in full color and close-up the process in terms of engine assembly, backed up then by, beautiful color photos of I believe, a reproduction D.VIII that was done by a Swedish aviator, designer, aircraft enthusiast. Getting back the construction of the interior, the tub, which is a beautiful, delicate, but just amazing, machine printed resin frame. Reference pictures up the wazoo, close-ups of the actual D.VIII that was used. Again, I think it's a reproduction aircraft, but still made to design over a number of years. Again, beautiful color references. And you can get the gist here of how this manual basically goes through and details out in close-up, very close detail with appropriate comments, how assembly, the order of assembly, things to watch out for, when to put things, when to test fit, dry fit. For example, seat only dry fitted at this stage. Test fit gun brackets do not fit, I guess, glue cement yet. That would be a glue with CA glue. The assembly or dry fitting of the fuselage halves, then attachment to the wings, the aftermarket. Well, everything's aftermarket. It is market because it's part of the kit. The beautiful resin Spandau machine guns with accessories. Again, more beautiful color photographs. Very good guidance about strut fitting here. I have the extra Pour le Mérite kit, and that came with custom-made gas patch turnbuckles specifically designed for this kit. There they are, or blow-up of them. The struts are very nicely, all the 3D printed struts have been labeled, so you know exactly where they go, as long as they're still on the tree, on the sprue frame. Excellent, excellent guide for rigging. The top wing, of course, is left off, so you can see clearly the process of where the rigging goes. Two types of propellers have been provided, the Wotan and the Imperial propeller, which was actually a double propeller for the 4 blades. Again, undercarriage suggestion, fit undercarriage after the rigging is complete. I generally do that, although I know a lot of builders attach undercarriage before they rig. Again, a combination of beautiful close-up CAD for the instructions and combination of reference photos, period pieces. And then here is the Michael Carlson reproduction Pfalz D.VIII. And this is of the Paul Boehmer, the Great War ace. His markings, the markings of his plane. Again, you can see just the gorgeous CAD for the instructions. There's the standard edition decal sheet. Again, more information on the struts. And then we've got, I think there are 7 different livery options suggested with the appropriate decals. The lozenge decals are the same, I believe, carry across plane to plane. So here's number 4. Let's see how many we end up with. Maybe more than 4. Now we've got some green and lilac shading. A lot of these are in sort of a silver color. This is number 6. Oh, there's more than 7. There's one with maroon, cowling, part of the fin, yellow. This is number 8. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of different options here, suggestions for, or options for livery and painting in green and aluminum silver. Let's say a dozen. There we go. This is the Pfalz D.VIII aircraft. Period photos, black and white. Just amazing in this reference manual, always nice. A couple of completed kits that were built off of the prototype parts by Nigel Rayner. Just to show how it all went together. And if you aren't by some chance aware of Aviattic or Aviattic and Richard Andrews, there will be a link in the description of this video. And I heartily encourage you, if you're interested in Great War aircraft, to go see the site. Even if you don't get one of these kits, the accessories and the decals are just world class. As Richard says in the closing of this signing off manual, he goes, please help keep the memories of these aircraft and the men that flew them alive. Join societies, subscribe to publications, form modeling clubs at your children's school, support small businesses and niche publishers. Pay the money they need. It's as simple as that. All will disappear if you don't. Best wishes, Richard Andrews, Director, Aviattic Limited. Okay. And the back page with another beautiful black and white. There's the, see, that's the Imperial double propeller there. 2 crossed double blades making a 4-bladed puller. Yeah. Okay. So, into the kit itself. Okay. For those familiar with Aviattic lozenge decals, they are just magnificent in quality. I've got 3 airplanes that have them on it, and I used them, and they're just superb. The instructions make it very clear how to put these things on. And this set came with the one specifically for Pfalz D.VIII with the national markings already on directly. And then there's a second set underneath here. We've got just a whole bunch of national markings, instruments, serial numbers, all sorts of little things here. Wood effects. Yeah, just great. Some of the bonuses that come in the package. A postcard. I'm presuming that's D.VIII. I think so. The German ace. 43 confirmed kills. Okay, here we've got a full color picture of the Pfalz D.VIII, which I'm not going to unwrap because I've only got 2 hands. Okay, let's see what's in the box. Now, I did open up this one. It's beautifully packed. And so here we've got the magnificent, just so light, so beautifully molded, produced the resin 2 halves of the fuselage. It's a small, compact little plane. No bigger, maybe even shorter in length than the Fokker DR1. Just a small, compact plane. You can see the interior detailing there. I'm not going to open that, and I know there's bubble wrap in there, but inside there is the interior frame. I did look at it. Again, my apologies, I've only got 2 hands. These are the gas patch custom-made turnbuckles specifically for this kit. Here we've got the cowling. Let's look at the detail on that. Very fine detailing. This came with the deluxe kit. Probably the reason I wanted that one, of course, you know, 1/32 scale resin figure of Boehmer, hands on hips. I know one thing, even if it takes me a couple years to get the courage to try and build this airplane, this kit, say I'm ready for it, I am ready to paint the figure, and that probably will happen sooner rather than later. Little ball bearings that go in for the struts into the receptacles. Yeah. 2 sets of wheels, one for unloaded and one for loaded. Of course, some lights, some clear parts. Everything individually wrapped here. Everything arrived in exquisite condition, and just 9 days after Richard posted it from the UK. That is pretty darn good. That's excellent. Okay, there we've got a myriad of amazing little photo etched. This is the Votan prop, which was fabricated as a 4-bladed prop, one option. This is the Imperial prop, actually 2 separate 2-bladed props that are attached front to back, back to back, front to front. And look at the packing here for the some of these pieces. Just the care with which it was put in to make sure that what could be a, you know, resin is pretty fragile and nothing's broken. Everything is immaculate. We've got the seat, ailerons, elevator. Here we go. Ailerons. Gas tank. Cabane struts. Little attachment points. And see if I can get this out. There we go. This, they protected, just superbly protected the wings. They are so finely and crisply rendered. You can see the shadows, you can see the ribs, the stressing within, and protected by putting them up, taping them onto this cardboard so there's no warp whatsoever. Always a risk with big resin pieces. And yeah, so I'll get all this stuff back in the box. And one thing that'll happen probably within a month or two, or a week or two, is Paul Boehmer is going to get painted. When I'll start on this project, well, I've got a whole lot of looking at those instructions to do and deciding whether I can take the big leap. I have built one resin kit. It wasn't nearly as finely detailed as this, and it worked out okay. So at some point, give it a go. And very, very pleased. It's again, I would urge you all to think about, well, check out Aviattic or Aviattic if you haven't. The link will be there. You're going to see superb products there. This kit is, of course, a collector's item. I didn't buy it to be a collector's item. I was just so intrigued, and I knew it would be something that someday, I hope, will grace my cabinet. Thanks for watching.